What is good, YouTube, and welcome to another YouTube video here on the Marsh Consulting YouTube channel. What I'm gonna do in this video is I'm not gonna tell you about some principles to run successful Facebook ads or God knows, give you like some secret tactic to run successful Facebook ads in 2024, 2025, whenever you're watching this. What I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna just show you what works for me. Why should you trust me? My name is Emil Ross. I basically help Dojo owners in the UK, US, and in Canada with their student acquisition, so to speak, right? Primarily through Facebook advertisements. And basically in this video, I'm gonna just review everything, so to speak. I've spent at this point probably more like hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook ads already, and they are working fantastic. They're not working fantastic last year or a few months ago whatsoever. No, they're working fantastic right this day. So I'm just going to show you some ad accounts with ad sets that are currently live, and then I'm basically going to show you exactly how you can build out such a campaign. I'm going to show you exactly if you should use landing pages, if you should use lead forms, basically everything that you can ask when it comes to Facebook ads. You'll find the answer in this video. And if I'm not answering your question in this video, then let me know in the comments or whatsoever. Yeah. But without further ado, let's get into this. So here I have a Google Drive folder. The link to this will also be in the description, with some ads that are just working fantastic. So you can also almost just copy them if you want to. But basically, before we start with that, let me show you some ads that are basically working right now. So currently it's the 8th of October. So this is just an ad set that has been running since the 1st of October. You can see we've spent $178 and we've gotten 33 leads this far. So that's like a cost per lead of, well, actually, let's turn this on for a second. If we go to cost per result for a second, that's a cost per lead of $5, which is, I would say, really good, to be honest with. Now let's go over here. September, no, this is August actually. A bit of a higher budget, 1,615 spent, 168 leads. That's like a cost per lead of $9 to $10, something like that. Also fantastic. The reason why the lead cost here is a little bit higher, or also here, because you may say, oh, I should get leads for like $2. Well, to be honest, to get that constantly is kind of hard, right? So I would say if you're between like $5 and $10, even like $15 with the system that I'm going to show you, you're good. Let me show you this one as well. September. So last month, $628 spent, 75 leads, cost per lead of like what, $8, something like that. Fantastic results. Let's just say it like this. You may be able to get the cost per lead down a little bit further, but those are all high quality leads, and I'm going to explain to you why in just a second. So basically what we're now going to do is I'm just going to show you how to build out such a campaign that is working so well. Actually, before I do that, let me just do one thing, and let me just show you why the cost per lead may be a little bit higher. It's because of the lead forms that we're using. So if you go down here, well, basically let's just create a new lead form for a second. So basically create form. So there are two options you can use. Either you just ask people for their phone number through these fields right here. But what this will basically do is you'll just struggle with with getting people's correct data, right? Like, because there's this option for some reason on Facebook where it will just automatically put their like phone number in there or their first name in there, right? And most likely their phone number won't be correct anymore when they put it in here, right? So we'll just put the phone number in there that they used when they created their account. If they created their account 10 years ago, it won't be the correct phone number that you need to contact them, which is why to use these fields is a little bit stupid. So what you want to do is you want to go to add question, short answer, and then write something here like what's your best phone number, something along those lines, because here they actually have to type it in manually. Like, they have to type in +1 blah 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 blah, right? Instead of it being pre-filled, so to speak, right? Like, you can have both fields, so to speak. So if we now go to the next page, you can also have their phone number asked for over here as well. Although, I don't know, I think like it is more than enough if you have it up here, and then you can also ask them for the first name and stuff like that here. But let's not go over the lead form. Let's start from the beginning. So let's close this lead form for a second. Let me show you how to build out such a campaign. Let me just make sure I have everything. I have this thing down here. Bam. All right. So you'll obviously go to create. Then let me try this again. Let me go over here, create leads, obviously, continue, manual, manual, continue. And then you'll just, I don't know, let's just name this test for a second. There, bam, you'll scroll down, you'll activate, I would say activate campaign budget optimization. You can split test this, but I always do. Say you want to spend $20 per day, whatever. Don't touch anything else here. Go to this one. Let's also name this test 1, whatever. Select instant forms up here, select the right Facebook page, maximize number of leads, blah, blah, that's all good. Then scroll down to this one and obviously put your address in here. So let's say your address is this right here. So let me just drop a pin here. Bam, and then I would always do like plus around like 10 miles, 15 miles, 5 miles, stuff like that. It depends on how crowded your area is. Like if you're living in a city and there are lots of people around you and it would take like someone who's 10 miles away, I don't know, an hour to your gym, then I would just only go for 5 miles. But if you're living in not such a crowded area, just like this one right here, you can also almost go for like 15 miles, right? I know this is kilometers, but don't get confused by this. And then you should have a number here on the right, but by like, I would say ideal is something above 50,000, the more the better, obviously, right? But don't just make it 20 kilometers here just so you have a higher number here. Like, I would say if you're, again, living in a crowded area, do 5 miles, like New York or something extreme like that. I would always, almost like in 90% of cases, I would just go for like 10 miles. And then if you're living in an area like this, you can almost go for like 20 miles as well. Although this is like, there's like nothing on here for some reason, because where are we at? Somewhere in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. So there's nothing going on here, so we can almost go for like 50, but not really necessary, I guess. But whatever, anyways, you should have a number here on the right that is like above 50,000, maybe below 1 million, something like that. But like the higher the better, but don't just make it higher for the sake of having a high number over there. Anyways, let's continue here, select, switch this to original audience. Yes, use original audiences in here. I would say it doesn't matter what you're targeting. Don't even touch anything here, like only change the location, but don't touch any of this stuff right here. Placements. So I only do 3 variations of placements. So I always deselect audience networks, and then you can always select these 2. So it depends. Let's say we would run an ad in this format. So like, what's it called? 3.9 format, whatever, like the normal Instagram post format, so to speak, right? Of like normal Instagram post, so to speak. We either run an ad in this format, or we run an ad in this format. So like the format of a reel or of a story, like 6.19 or something like that. So basically, you only have these 2 formatting options. At least this is how I do it, right? You can do it your way, obviously, but this is how I do it. So I only have these 2 formatting options. If I have, if I want to run it in Reels, I would deselect feeds, and I would only select Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, Instagram Stories, Facebook Stories, so to speak. If I would have a format like this, just like a normal post, I would deselect Reels and this over here, but then I would also select Facebook feed and Instagram feed. Bam. This is all you have to do. If it's a feed post or a feed ad, only select these 4. If it's not, if it's a reel ad, then deselect all of them and select Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. That's it. That's all you have to do, right? Nothing else. And then you're basically done with this part here as well. Then let's go to the last one. Let's also call this test. And then select the right Facebook page, right Instagram account on here. Doesn't matter right now. I always deactivate this for some reason. Then like has always worked better for me. Then down here, you obviously want to put in your creative. Well, actually, we can put in, I think there should be like some creative here that we can put in there. Let's take this one. So, right, so this would be like a feed creative, as you can see. So we'd go down here again, and then we would select, let's see if no, we haven't done that yet. We'd deselect these 2, and then we'd select this one and this one. Bam, let's scroll down here again. Copy. So what copy should you use in your ads, blah, blah. Not really that important, or people overestimate this. Basically, what's most important is always your offer. Then we have offer, let's say this, let's write like this, offer first, second, creative, and then third we have copy. So as you can see, your copy doesn't really matter. Like, look, let's say it like this. in terms to changing your offer, like what other offer than like a free trial class do you really want to run? Like do you want to do like a 1 week free trial or like a 2 week free trial? I don't know. You can, but like I would say going in this space just for one free trial class is perfect, right? Like to be 100% honest with you, I've never changed it. You could do paid trials as well, but before touching paid trials or like one week free trial classes, rather ask yourself, all right, is my sales process actually on top, or is the sharp rate actually good, right? In terms of Facebook ads, if you do a one class free trial or like just write free martial arts class, something like that, you should be good, right? You don't really need to fuck around with the offer. So, which brings us to the second point, because you want, like, something needs to be changed if your ad isn't working right. 99% of the time, actually 99.999% of the time, don't change the offer and only change the creative. Again, this is how I do it. I'm not saying this is universally right or whatsoever. I'm just saying this is how I deal with it, right? You should change the creative, because what's always happened for me is I switched the creative around a little bit, and then bam, the ads worked again, right? So always change the creative. Like, this is usually the biggest part. Try videos, try images, like just come up with new stuff, go into the Facebook ads library, research some stuff there, whatsoever. Like, genuinely, you have this drive folder, copy any of these ads, and if you genuinely run like 3 of these ads, 1 of them will perform. If you run all of them, let's exclude the videos for a second, and you try to copy all of these, dude, 1 of them is gonna work. I'm not gonna lie. Right? So, yeah, anyways, most of the time you should just change the creatives. Copy, you can change it, but like if you change the creatives, you should be good. So, to be honest, I also almost never change the creatives. So, 99% of the time, I'm sorry, I almost never change the copy. I do change the creative. So, 99% of the time, don't even change the copy. I always just use this copy right here. So, you put your name in here, down here, you put the address down here and the phone number. And then you put something up here like free martial arts classes for kids aged 4 plus, or something like that, right? Then you go below and write, hey parents, we're doing something else to promote our kids' martial arts programs we're giving away. And then you can write 12 vouchers, or you can just put this away and just write, we're giving away vouchers for free trial class. If you don't want to like lie to people, because 12, like, you're probably, like, if there are 13 people signing up, you will still get all 13 on board, obviously, right? So you can also put this away. I've tested both. I think both just work fine. Then below you're gonna write, these vouchers only apply to kids aged 4 to 12 and new students. I click the button, autograph your voucher, blah blah. And that's it. That's all you have to do, right? There's nothing fancy you have to do here, and that's it. Then you're just gonna copy this into primary text, put this in here. Let's copy the headline. By the way, you can put emojis on here as well, but I've split tested it as well. I don't really see that much of a difference between using and not using emojis. Like, this copy, 100% of the time this copy works. Let's do it like this, right? Let's put, so you can put like such an emoji on here, for example, right? But I don't know. Then the sign up call to action is always good. I always put something like down here, like only 5 spots left. Whatever, this doesn't really matter, I guess. Sign up is fine, destination, bam, and on here you have to select the lead form. Let's deactivate this for a second, and then basically, let me show you how this is built out. So let's say you want to have this broad. So this is obviously like an ad for kids, right? For parents. So you can really target 6-year-old kids. So this is targeted towards parents for their kids, right? So you want to have a lead form that looks something like this. Let me show you how it works. So at the end, you want it to look like this. Claim your kid spot today. Get access to a free class for your kid at blah, 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 right? Simply answer the question below and click continue. What's your first name? Not your kids. So what I see, like, for some reason, I've never seen a school doing that properly, or like anyone like actually handling that properly. You want to have their kid's name, you want to have the parent's name, and you want to have their phone number. You don't care about the email address. Maybe get their email address, so this is how we do it when we get them to sign up for a trial class, right? Then we also send them email reminders. But here we just get their phone number and we just call them, basically, right? And then basically you just want to put this copy on here for the lead form. So we can go to, well, first of all, before you do this, make sure you activate this. You go to settings and then select open. Because if someone, let's say I send a friend this ad, if I don't have this to open, they basically can't sign up. So you have to have this as open so everyone can basically sign up. Just put it as open. Don't even question it too much if you want to Google it. And then basically on here, blah, blah, you can use this, or you can upload your own. I always just use the image from the ad. Scroll down, headline, you just put this in here, claim a kids spot today if it's not for kids. I'm going to show you what it looks like if it's not for kids, or if it's broad, whatever. Put this copy in there, just change this out to your school's name. That's it. Questions, for some reason I always put one question below here, so write this text below here like this. What's your first name? Not your kids, right? And then the next question would be, what is your child's first name? If you have multiple children, just put all of their names below. So we then want to ask them for the kid's name, then the phone number. Just copy this word for word, I'm not going to lie. Like, this works, right? If you run it like this, it's just going to work. 99% of the time, this will just work. Actually, 100% of the time. I've never seen this not working, to be honest. Which I'm kind of like proud of. But you shouldn't be proud of, because like if something is working, it can only go worse. So let's not be proud of that. Anyways, sorry for another day. For some reason now I always have to add like one of these pre-filled questions in here now. So I'll just put like please enter your phone number, put this phone in here, because I can't delete it. You must have at least one contact field, include email, address or phone number, whatever, fuck that. Let's just put it like that. Next, and this is privacy policy, whatever. And then the last thing, ending, schedule your kids' class today. I always put this text in here, book your child's first class now. To do so, simply click schedule now below. And then I just put the link to the landing page or to like a calendar down here. Landing page always with a calendar works best. If you want to know what this looks like, it looks something like this. If you want to just screenshot it and copy it or whatever, and then you can click on here. And then it will give you the option to schedule a class down here. So the super forwarding meanwhile. Yeah, I don't know why it's not loading, but I guess you could imagine what this looks like. It's like a calendar where people can select their time. And that's it. That's all you have to do for the lead form. I'm not going to show you how to build out this landing page yet or whatsoever, but yeah, that's all you have to do. It doesn't even look that different if you want it to have it for broad. It will look the exact same. You just leave out the kids stuff, and for the questions you would just still write child's first name, unless it's only targeted toward teens and adults. If it's only targeted toward teens and adults, you can delete this question. Otherwise, just make it like this. And then instead of putting that multiple children thing down here, just write in cap, just write in here. If it's not for a child, just write NA. And that's basically that. By the way, I may go a little bit too fast in this video, but I just want to give you as much value in the shortest time period possible, because I don't want to waste your time. Yeah, and that's how you run your ads. You have this drive folder here with all of the creatives that work. I think this one is also created with AI, and this one right here as well. But I don't know exactly what the AI that I used for that was called. I'm so sorry for that, but dude, there are so many programs out there for that, so just Google it. I would say if you want to ask me which of these ads worked best, it was probably this one. This one also worked fantastic. So again, there's nothing really fancy on it besides people making cool faces, I guess, right? Stuff like that always works good, where you just have like a picture in the background and then just some text below. This one also did well for multiple clients. Yeah, I guess that's all of them basically perform relatively well. Let's say it like this, right? You know about the copy now, you know how to run everything now. I guess that's everything for this video. If you want help with, if you want basically us to implement all of this stuff for you and even more, then basically follow all of the leads for you and like get you a fuck ton of students, then just click the first link. No, not the first link, but some link in the description, you'll find it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.